Welcome to another edition of KatSoup, the best and worst of internet humor on the radio. I'm Kat.
And I'm Alex.
Hi, Alex.
Hello, Kat. Oh, you're over here. Kat. I'm looking this way.
I was like, what?
Where's she at?
Did I throw my voice over there?
Yeah, I better adjust my volume. Okay.
Okay.
I can hear you.
You good now?
Yeah, I can. I can hear you. I'm recovering from our last show.
Well, since we all liked the grammar show last week, I thought we would solve quadratic equations this week.
I think that'd be fun.
That's a little out of my neighborhood.
Quadratic.
No. I majored in journalism, so I would not have to do math.
Yeah, it wasn't my strong, thing.
No.
In
I'm pretty much all words.
You're good at math, though.
No, God, no. No, I'm good at using my calculator.
Oh,
Not good at math at all.
I remember a long time ago, we weren't allowed to use calculators, in high school. Remember that? But then everything changed.
Yeah. I mostly use Excel spreadsheets because it has math functions.
Oh, I need to talk to you off the air about that later.
Okay.
I have a question about that. Okay,
so I have a real question for you.
A real one? Okay.
Yes.
As opposed to...
all the weird ones we apologized for last week, by the way.
That's
even my therapist brought it up.
That's why we're doing this show. This is our last show.
It's a light show. This is a very light show.
Okay.
Alex, What is your favorite jelly bean flavor?
You know what? I go to that place in Akron that have like 36 flavors.
Mr. Bulky.
Yeah. And they have Jelly Belly and all these different brands. And I like the butter rum, believe it or not.
Ooh.
And root beer. I like root beer.
I like root beer. Anything.
What do you like?
Root beer. I like black jelly beans.
Oh, I like them too, but a lot of people don't like them.
No, you can buy a whole bag of black jelly beans.
I like them.
I love them.
But
They're
if you
great.
eat too much, that's not good. They tell me if you eat too many black jelly beans, it could affect your health.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, too many just jelly beans or just specifically black jelly beans?
Yeah, because that ingredient in there, that licorice or whatever, that's not good for you. I keep hearing that.
Wow. I think it's just people that hate black jelly beans are spreading that rumor.
Well, people say it tastes
or maybe it's people who love black jelly beans, and that way everybody will avoid the black ones in the jar. And
I like black jelly beans, really. I forgot that one.
Yeah, that's kind of an Italian thing.
Do you really think so?
I think.
Yeah, remember, friends don't let friends eat black jelly beans and drive.
Is that God?
Remember that. Yes.
God is here.
Where'd that voice come? That's Dave.
See? We got in trouble for last week, and now he's here.
We did. I know. We're on probation now. That's what I hear. Oh, wow.
Double secret probation. So from Shutters.com, you know those, Chulopops or whatever? They're the big round lollipops that sometimes they have at like checkout counters and stuff. They come in a display and they're all different crazy flavors and stuff.
What do you mean? They're not like a ball, but they're not a ball.
They're the round ones, but sometimes they're big ones. But they're, anyway, Shutters.com.
Do you ever get those? Or
no.
They're like pina colada flavor and all that stuff.
No, I have never bought one.
Oh, cinnamon. They got a cinnamon one. I like cinnamon.
Cinnamon candy.
Yeah.
That hard cinnamon candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called pocketbook candy.
Why did they come out?
That and butterscotch.
Pocketbook?
Because that's where Grandma always kept the candy. And she would dig around in her purse, and at the bottom of the purse, she'd pull out pocketbook candy, and sometimes it had things on it, like dog hair and, tobacco. I remember my...
That's true.
Yeah, my one friend, she would pull out the thing, and it had tobacco on it from her mom's.
My Italian
cigarettes.
grandmother had circus peanuts in her purse all the time.
Unwrapped? That's weird.
I don't know. They were in a package.
Oh, okay.
But she always had circus.
Like a bag.
Orange?
Like a bag of circus peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are those?
I don't know, but
I think, they're really marshmallows that have gone wrong.
Yeah, something they, I don't know, but she always had circus peanuts. I remember that. But I never ate them because, it's one of those things where you grow up and you're like, I've had enough of those, I
think I tasted one once and said I've had enough of those.
Like those peppermint candies, the swirly little discs.
Oh, Starlight Mints.
Yeah, they had those too.
I always have a jar of Starlight Mints.
Oh, okay.
At home. Yeah, if you ever stop over.
I do too on my coffee table, but I never eat them.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very, very pretty.
How do we get there?
We were talking about candy. I just mentioned a lollipop, and there we went. I have another question about jelly beans.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you know when jelly beans were first made popular?
Is it written here?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't see it. I would say in the 1800s, probably.
Kind of, yes. The first known sign of jelly beans came from an advertisement for William Shraft of Boston, a candy maker, that promoted sending jelly beans to Union soldiers during the American Civil War in 1861.
Because it's something that they could eat that won't...
Yeah, because it has that hard shell and then the jelly in the middle, and so the shelf life was really good, and it made the perfect confection to send to soldiers.
They had a lot of cavities probably during that time, but that's okay. Didn't they do that during World War I or II with, what candy is that? Oh, M&Ms?
Yeah.
Is that true?
I don't understand that because, well, I guess they're not supposed to melt in your hand, but...
Same type of thing?
Yeah, because it's a hard shell and a soft shell. Yeah, that would make sense.
That's interesting. Wow.
The melts in your hand, melts in your mouth, not in your hand thing does not work with me. I think I run too hot.
They do melt in your hand?
They do.
Have you seen your doctor about that?
Still working on that one.
I didn't know you had hot hands, warm hands like that. That's pretty cool. You're running cool today.
Okay.
I thought you were going to slap me.
Not this show. No. I have a quick joke. I have a quick joke.
Okay, go ahead.
Quick joke.
All right.
That you're going to say. This is from upjoke.com.
Yeah. What do you call 100 rabbits walking backwards? 100 rabbits walking backwards. I don't know.
A receding hairline.
Oh, that's funny.
Or not.
Receding hairline. That's good.
And our curious word is not onomatopoeia today, or anything to do with language. It is rabbit, rabbit, or rabbit, rabbit, rabbit.
Oh, words.
Have you ever heard that? Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. On the first day of the month, you say that when you wake up. Well, I say that when I wake up, and a lot of other people. Saying rabbit 3 times on the first of the month is an old superstition. It's supposed to bring good luck to you for the rest of the month.
I've never heard that.
And this is why.
But many cultures believe rabbits are lucky, and 3 is a magic number. This is probably why saying rabbit 3 times became a popular superstition for good fortune. But I'm really not that superstitious. Are you superstitious?
No.
I'm really not.
No, but I'm.
You hear people.
I'm stuck in a lot of habits from my youth. I don't know. It just people said rabbit, rabbit, rabbit on the first of the month, and so I just. It's a compulsion that I have to do that.
Oh, you do that actually? You say rabbit, rabbit, rabbit?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
If I remember it's the first of the month.
Oh.
Which is, not always.
What do I do when I finally get up? You say that when you get up?
Yeah. When I realize that it's the first of the month. And then the second thing I do is I go, damn it. Because my best friend from high school's birthday is like March 1st. And February's short. Yeah. So I never remember to wish her happy birthday. It's like
I wonder if that jogs your brain. Kind of like
yeah. You think I would wish that February 28th would jog my brain, and then I'd be able to wish Beth a happy birthday.
You ever see this woman on social media? Her name's Mel. I can't remember her name. She's got black glasses. She's kind of like she's not a psychologist, but she has stuff like this where like she says, "Go 3, 2, 1 when you wake up." It jogs your brain. Maybe that's the same theory that. She said it kind of aligns your brain for the day.
Oh, 3, 2, 1. That's all it takes?
I usually get up
instead of 6 cups of coffee, I could just do 3, 2, 1?
Or anything to, kind of take your attention and, it kind of.
Okay.
But when I wake up, I just feel like, I go to the bathroom. I mean, that's for, I don't think a rabbit. No. At that point. But anyways, that's interesting. I never heard that.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about Easter a little bit without talking about Easter.
Well, it's either that or onomatopoeia.
There we go. So this was the choice.
Yeah.
So I found from Wanderlust magazine, which is a travel magazine.
Yeah.
.com, the most unusual Easter traditions, and there's some doozies on here. I only found 8. It's a top 10 list, but there were only 8 that I could actually print.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 8. In Poland, people make lambs out of sculpted butter. I've never heard that
and then
before.
they serve them as side dishes. Like, here, have a pat of butter.
I've never heard that before.
I had never heard that either.
That takes talent to sculpt it into...
It does. And there were pictures, and some of them were not pretty, but some of them were. This one's disturbing. In the Czech Republic, it's customary for men to get a special Easter whip that they then use to swat the women they fancy the most. Because, hey, nothing like a good swat with a whip to let me know that somebody loves me. Yeah.
Can you imagine being at a bar in the Czech Republic? I like you.
I can't.
We used to do that in elementary school. We used to smack the girl. Remember if you liked her?
Yes.
Do you remember that? Or the girls with the boys?
What was his name? There was this guy that was always shorter than me. I can't remember. I think it was John something. But yeah, he used to.
Did he do that to you?
He slammed my desk. You know how you had the desk that lifted up, and I'd be in my desk doing something, and he'd like slam the desk down, and
he liked you.
And he picked on me, and I complained. I went home crying to my mother, and she's like, means he likes you. It's like, that's weird.
That's cute.
It was cute, but yes. And then,
cute.
Then later on he professed his love for me.
But I don't get this whip. Where do you get it? I mean, an Easter whip.
They weren't like the leather nasty. They're like little.
But they still do that today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They still do this today too, number 6.
I'm going to go to Walmart and get my Easter whip.
That sounds really bad, Alex. Don't say that to anyone else.
Well, they're on sale. Number 6, on Easter Monday in Haux, is it Haux, France?
I think so.
Haux, Haux. The residents crack more than 4,500 eggs into a gigantic pan to create a massive Easter omelet that serves about 1,000 people. Can you imagine? How do they stir that?
Can you imagine how much that costs today? I don't know. Well, our eggs, they're probably not as expensive in France because
they tell me in Europe. Well, they tell me I was watching CNBC. They said in Europe they don't really have an egg problem. They're shipping them over here to the United States.
So the bird flu didn't
currently.
Okay, the bird flu didn't get over the ocean.
They're like, what shortage? You know,
there was a picture of this, and it's this massive skillet. They actually do it in a skillet.
I might put that on our YouTube.
But it looked more like scrambled eggs because I'm not sure how you would flip an omelet. But yeah, I'll give you the picture of it.
Do they put something in the omelet? It doesn't say.
There was not a recipe. It just said eggs.
I'm not big on omelets, to be honest. I like scrambled eggs, but not really an omelet.
Ooh, I love omelets.
I don't know why.
Oh.
What do you like in your omelet?
Cheese.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I can do that.
Cheese, just cheese. Sometimes, the southwestern one that has mushrooms and peppers and onions.
Oh, that sounds good.
That's really good.
I would do that.
I learned how to make an omelet. And you make an omelet by not putting anything with the egg except water. You just whip the egg with a little bit of water. People put cream and stuff.
Yeah, milk.
Just a little bit of water, and then you just don't touch it. You put it in the pan, and you just kind of
move it around.
Yeah, so that it gets done. But yeah.
When do you put the? I think it would be good with sausage in it.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I don't eat meat.
And peppers and stuff.
Yeah. It would be, but I don't eat meat. But yeah, then at the very last minute, you put the stuffing in and you do the flip, the fold over.
I would eat that.
Which I'm not so good at.
Yeah, because I think if I go, like, restaurants I go to, they just don't, it just doesn't, I'd rather have scrambled eggs at a restaurant. Yeah. Some of them it's better at home to make your omelet, I think.
Come over. We'll make all omelets. I'll teach you how to make an omelet. So back to our list of unusual.
My George Foreman grill.
Easter. Okay. In Hungary, women dress up in traditional clothes on Easter Sunday and get splashed with water.
With a bucket.
Apparently, Easter is a time to harass women. I don't know.
Splashed with
water, and they were actually saying that they also dump buckets of water on their heads.
Wow. Well, in Papua New Guinea, and we all know where that's at. People, isn't that over by
Fremont, Ohio?
Australia, no. Australia. Fremont, Ohio. I think it's out by Australia.
Or New Zealand.
Oh.
Somebody will look it up and tell us. Yeah.
Okay, you're probably right.
Other cat. Look it up and let us know.
Well, you know geography better than I do. And words. Okay, it says people dress up their trees with tobacco and cigarettes. What? Tobacco and cigarettes.
Mm-hmm. I'll send you pictures of that. It's pretty weird. They hang them like Christmas ornaments.
Well, that's strange.
I don't know.
Why did?
I don't know. In Greece, did you know in Greece, Easter eggs only come in red?
Yes, because I'm part Bulgarian, and the same thing in Bulgaria. And they crack eggs on Easter. It's like a contest, whoever has the strongest egg. They do that in Greece, too.
Oh, wow.
And in Serbia.
They were the red eggs were very
my grandmother from Bulgaria, she would always have dark red eggs every Easter. They're always red. Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
They're beautiful, actually. Yeah.
This one's funny.
Children in Australia look forward to what the Easter bilby?
Yeah.
B-I-L-B-Y.
It's a rodent.
I don't know what that is. It is a rodent, huh? Yeah, rather than a bunny brings them.
Yeah.
A bilby?
Yeah.
What's that look like? Do you know?
They're actually trying to promote it because they're endangered, and so they're trying to raise awareness. So years ago, they decided that they would have this whole Easter bilby campaign.
Does it look like a rabbit?
If a rabbit fell in love with a rat, maybe.
Ew.
And had babies. Kind of.
And splash water on it or something.
Hence the whips. And the number one unusual Easter tradition.
Yes. Oh, in Finland, now this is interesting. Finland's an interesting country.
Yeah, this makes it real interesting.
Yes, in Finland, children dress as Easter witches. I told you it was going to be strange. Mm-hmm. Easter witches to collect candy door to door in exchange for decorated pussy willow bouquets.
Yeah.
To welcome spring.
Yeah. So you give me candy, I give you a bouquet of pussy willows.
I didn't know they had pussy willows in Finland.
Perhaps they must, because little children are giving bouquets of them, but they dress up like witches. That's the part that kind of baffles me. I can see, here's some pussy willows, can I have some candy? That makes some sense, but why they would dress as witches, and I could not find a reason why.
Where would you get a pussy willow? I haven't had a pussy willow in God knows how long.
That's a personal problem. I always get them.
When was the last time you saw a pussy willow?
I have some growing.
Do you really?
Yeah, I have some growing.
Where do you live?
I live near the park. So they're in.
We have deer too.
But no, we always used to do, what was that yellow? Forsythia. We had a forsythia bush at home. It's a yellow flower, and my mother used to make arrangements with pussy willows and forsythia, and that was like the Easter arrangement.
What's the yellow flower look like? Is it like a daisy type thing?
No, it's forsythia it grows on a bush too, so it's kind of got a.
That sounds like something you should treat with medicated cream or something. With applicator. I
have a bad case of forsythia. I can't make it to work today.
I never heard of it called that. Okay.
So we have some more Easter candy things to talk about.
Well, that's our mood changed there on that.
Yeah.
More jelly beans.
Yes.
Okay.
So jelly beans originally were a Christmas tradition instead of Easter.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, before people started to realize they look like Easter eggs.
Okay.
Jelly beans were a treat often indulged in during Christmas holidays.
Well, it takes 7 to 21 days to make a jelly bean. Oh, well,
now, mind you, there was no explanation about why it would take 7 to 21 days, but
we have a jelly bean aficionado right here in our offices. Cindy, she eats them every single day.
We should ask her.
She's a fitness trainer.
Oh, okay. Jelly beans are good for you?
She looks great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe she works out. That's why.
7 to 21 days. That's a long time.
I don't know. There were originally 8 jelly bean flavors.
I didn't know that.
And this one, and I didn't know root beer was in here.
Good there.
Berry cherry, root beer, cream soda, tangerine, green apple, lemon, licorice, and grape.
Ooh, cream soda sounds good.
Yeah, that's the white one.
Oh, is it? Okay.
I actually bought a bag of jelly beans because I was doing research. And the Brock's Jelly Beans has a little chart on the back that tells you what flavor all the colors are.
Kat,
but I like grape. Grape's my favorite.
I want to ask you real quick. What's your least favorite jelly bean flavor? I know what mine is. Dave, what's yours?
The sour stuff, either like lemon, green apple and lemon. I'm not a fan.
Me either. But my one that I will not eat, and I would spit it out, is coconut. I cannot stand a coconut jelly bean. No.
I love coconut.
Most people do.
Yeah. No, most people don't. Because that's
I thought they do.
When you get a box of chocolates, have you ever had a friend that goes in and pokes the bottom of them?
That's me.
to make sure it's not coconut.
I want coconut. Oh.
Now, you asked me about this the other day. About the white chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Legally speaking, white chocolate really is chocolate if it contains at least 20% cocoa butter.
Yeah.
We looked that up in the office the other day with a coworker.
Yeah. So.
And I didn't know that.
Yeah. Peeps have a 2-year shelf life.
They talked about that on the radio on another station
They
this
have
morning.
much longer shelf life than that.
They said if you go to the shelves right now and get Peeps for like $1, that's last year's inventory. They were saying that today.
See,
I didn't know that.
I like them stale. I leave them out, let them get stale, and then I eat them.
You know, I do too, honest to God. And I like flat Pepsi. Talking about stale and stuff.
That's good for a hangover.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. Or
God, you're
really
like Martha
bad.
Stewart.
My mother was Martha Stewart.
Or Heloise.
And she
You look
taught
better
me
than
all
Heloise.
this stuff. I have a joke. You're going to need to focus, Alex.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to be...
Wait a minute, let me get ready. Okay.
So you're going to be neighbor number 1.
Oh, this is role playing.
Yes, you're going to be a husband of a woman that used to have a pet rabbit, and I'm going to be the other neighbor.
All right, I'm trying to get my motivation
Got it?
here.
Got it? Okay.
What's my motivation?
Okay, this is from Reddit. They ask your funniest rabbit joke.
Do you
and
like
this was it.
Reddit? I don't.
No, I hate Reddit.
Okay.
A man with a hunting dog lived next to a woman with a rabbit hutch in her backyard. One day, he came home to find his dog with the rabbit in its mouth, dead.
Oh.
The man was horrified, but knew his dog would be sent away if the neighbors thought it was a danger to other pets. So, of course, he took the rabbit's body, cleaned it off, and placed it back in the hutch to make it appear as though the animal died of natural causes.
Well, the next week, he saw the neighbor's husband return home and started up a conversation.
How is everything?
Not good. My wife is in the hospital. She's suffered a tremendous shock.
Oh, no, what happened?
Mm-hmm. Her rabbit passed away.
Oh, that's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I know she loved him so much.
Mm-hmm.
She must have just been heartbroken.
Well, at first I thought she was doing okay, but then a couple of days after we buried the rabbit, someone dug it back up and put it back in the damn cage. Ew.
That's time-release humor, folks. You have to
Wow.
just kind of let that one sink in. Yeah.
You'll
okay.
wake up tomorrow morning and you'll laugh at that.
Yeah, you will
one.
laugh at that.
Okay.
I thought it was cute. This
Yeah,
is
it
from
is.
we got headline. I found an Easter egg headline
Boy.
from Bored Panda.
That's good.
Easter egg hunt in a graveyard sparks nationwide backlash and debate around cemetery etiquette.
Yes, organizers, for an egg sighting Easter event received a sharp criticism instead of a joyful anticipation, leading to controversy and a canceled event.
Yes, Friends of Wrexham Cemetery organized an Easter egg hunt on April 3rd at a historic graveyard where nearly 40,000 people have been buried since 1876 when it was open. That's in Wrexham, UK, which I'm not sure what country of the UK that is. But...
I know where that's at. That's south of Fremont.
Okay.
Well, hop on over our Easter egg hunt for some exciting fun. Read the event announcement made by the Friends of Wrexham Cemetery. The post instantly received backlash, with some calling it extremely disrespectful to have kids running over graves. You know, people are so touchy about that.
Well,
I grew up by a cemetery. We ran over
you ran over everybody's. Okay.
Flew a kite over it and everything. We all have fun. That bugged the. Yeah.
Oh my!
Look at all these.
I know. So I did a little research on Peeps.
These are new.
And look at there's Peeps and then there's the bunnies too that they've come up with.
What do you
but
mean?
these that's the chocolate pudding flavor
Yeah.
Peeps are actually bunnies.
tasted it?
They're bunnies.
That's a new one, I heard.
No, I've not tasted any of these actually because
Sure.
I just like the yellow ones and the pink ones.
Me
So
too.
yeah, the flavor they've got cotton candy, Dr. Pepper, fruit punch.
Do they call these ones the chicks? Like the.
Yeah, they're ugly.
I've never had Dr. Pepper ones.
Yeah, fruit punch, and then look at this one,
Yeah.
an icy blue raspberry.
I'd try that.
I would try that. Sour watermelon. I don't know.
No.
Breyer's cookie and cream ice cream Peeps. That is just wrong.
I don't like sour, so I wouldn't do the sour watermelon,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
tropical punch I would, and
Yeah.
all these different flavors.
Well, cinnamon
that show
churro.
me.
I would do cinnamon churro.
Yeah, I would try that.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, that's shaped like a chick.
Yeah.
That must be a new one. I've never seen a cinnamon.
No, I haven't seen that one, and I didn't know tropical punch. That one
Okay.
just hit me kind of wrong. Like I don't know if I need it.
Yeah.
So as I was researching, I found STEM activities.
Yeah.
Science,
That seems
technology, engineering, from
funny.
sciencebuddies.org. The first one is this little, you take popsicle sticks and you build a catapult, and then you put a cup on the one side of the catapult and you put a peep. This one actually has a bunny peep in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you launch it at people.
I wonder how far it goes.
I don't know, but I imagine that would test velocity. I don't know. Or it's torturing a peep. But here's another one that's odd.
I don't know what that is.
That is a parachute. Remember those little men with parachutes that used to get the parachute was like wrapped up around the guy.
Yeah.
You take the rubber band off and you throw it up in the air and then it floats down.
Oh, that's what it is.
So they're saying do that with a peep.
Oh, I didn't see the strings attached to it.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? That's a little weird.
The peep is so light, though. Would it actually,
It's an experiment. Maybe that's why it's an experiment.
That's
okay, this one is just wrong in so many ways. It's called Melt-A-Peep.
I never heard that.
And so you get 4 cups.
Okay.
1 water, vegetable oil, rubbing alcohol, and white vinegar. And you put a peep in each one to see which one, disintegrates first.
What?
Ew.
We never did anything exciting like that in science class.
No, you didn't?
No, we just read out of a book.
Oh,
see, stuff like this is interesting, I think, and helpful for the kids.
And helpful. I would think an older child, maybe, you do that with your 4-year-old, that might give them nightmares.
Kat, what would happen if you put a peep in a microwave, I wonder?
I've done that.
Have you ever done that?
It's funny.
What happens?
Well, have you ever put a marshmallow
No.
in a microwave? It explodes.
Oh.
And whatever color peep it is the color the inside of your microwave is going to be until you scrape it off. Oh, yeah, it's
wow.
fun. Yeah,
I
have done that. I have done that. As an adult, I've done that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It kind of bloats until it explodes.
Until it explodes.
Wow.
So there's nothing worse than leftover peeps, unless you're me, and I like the leftover ones because I like them stale.
I do too, honest to God.
Yeah. So Reddit has also figured out things you can do with leftover peeps.
These pictures they have are funny. Look at the ones, a pincushion.
A pincushion. That makes sense.
That's a good idea with the stale one.
A cure for wobbly tables. You shove the peep under
That's a good one too.
table leg.
I like the cell phone holder underneath the cell phone.
And a wine cork.
That's a good idea. Oh, here's another question about, have you ever roasted marshmallows over a fire? Mm-hmm. Can you do that with a peep? I wonder.
There's the next experiment.
Or would it?
I think we should do that and put it in the YouTube video at KatSoup or at KatSoup on the radio on YouTube.
Gosh, we're turning into Mr.
That's
Science.
Funny.
But I wonder if it would roast.
Or
you know what I mean?
It's covered in sugar, so maybe the sugar would do something. I don't know. We should. That would be so much fun to try.
Yeah, I think so too. I have a gas oven at home. I should get a Peeps and try it out.
Do you?
Watch it explode. Start a fire.
You'll call me. I know you will.
Oh, boy.
Morning Brew Classifieds, we have a couple.
Okay.
First is called Easter Alt. With egg prices skyrocketing, you can't afford to take creative liberties with Easter egg designs. Instead, you could try decorating marshmallows and then put them in your microwave. It's way easier to eat the mistakes.
I like jet puffed.
Jet puffed marshmallows?
Jet puffed, yeah.
Is that a brand or is that a description of them?
I think it's a brand.
Oh, okay.
It's like Kleenex,
Okay.
I don't eat Kleenex, though, but...
Yeah. This one isn't necessarily Easter, but it is candy related.
A kid in elementary school ate Kleenex, believe it or not. I think he had digestive problems later.
You think?
I think so.
You think so? Yeah.
Where are we at? Okay.
We're here.
Okay.
This isn't Easter, but it is candy.
This is kind of wonka. Bazooka Brands is opening a new factory in Pennsylvania to produce its iconic candy ring pops. Remember those?
I do.
I never wore one, but the factory will crank out 1.5 million candies every day. So you can fake propose to all your friends. What do? You give them the ring, go suck on this.
Yeah.
And we're together now.
There you go.
But I've never had a ring pop. I've seen people wear them.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
How about those bracelets with candies on them? Remember those?
Never lasted very long with me. Yeah, and the necklaces too.
Yeah.
Yeah. This reminded me of my friend Stephanie that's getting married. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Oh.
Her boyfriend in kindergarten gave her a green lifesaver. Her little tiny fingers were that little to be his girlfriend. That was his engagement lifesaver.
Does she still have it?
I don't think so. Oh. But
that would be cool.
We'll see. I don't know if her fiance knows that she was previously engaged. That is all we have for today. I'm Kat.
And I'm Alex.
And together we're KatSoup. The best of internet humor on the radio.
That's right.
Yeah. Listen to us on WEYE and radio.net.
Podcast on Spotify.
Facebook is
and
KatSoup.
then on YouTube. Oh, sorry.
I love you, Alex.
You were saying Facebook.
KatSouper.
On Facebook, okay. And then YouTube, KatSoup on the radio. That's all one word.
Yes, it is.
KatSoup.
Cat with a K, soup like vegetable.
We're all over.
On the radio. We are everywhere.
Oh, I'm tired.
Have a good week.
Oh, bye, everybody.